Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1972 season is on the air. Today's date is July 8, 1972. We are north of the border at Jarry Park once again for a matchup between the San Francisco Giants and the Montreal Expos. The Giants come into this game with a record of 37-43. The Expos are a record of 500. At 37-43, though, the funny thing is, even though they're below 500, the Giants are right in the race for third spot in the National League West. We got a long way to go, of course, still. We're still in the month. We are still very much in the month of July, and anything can happen here as we move forward. Of course, these teams got to get to 500. Otherwise, they're not going to make the postseason. Remember, top three teams in each division make the postseason, but they must have winning records. If they do not, my playoff format is modified. So we will see what happens tonight here at Jarry Park between the Giants and the Expos. And hopefully we get a good game. Jeremy Brooks and Phoenix Knight are first to join us here at Jarry Park. The Giants historically won this game. They crushed the Expos. The Giants had 12 runs, 15 hits, and an error. The Expos had 1 run, 5 hits, and 2 errors. So they got destroyed tonight. The question is, will Inside Pitch agree with it? And we all know anything can happen in a game of Inside Pitch, as Brian Patterson and Doug Hunt join us here at Jarry Park. So everyone is set and ready. Let's play some Saturday night baseball. Starting pitcher for the Montreal Expos tonight was Ernie McAnally. 6 wins, 15 losses, a 3.81 ERA. Had 102 strikeouts, 65 walks, and 72. A 3.81 ERA is not bad, but then again, you had 15 losses. Probably didn't get any run support. We are at Jarry Park. Jarry Park is a pitcher's park. 106 home runs adds 2 to walks, and that is all Jarry Park will do tonight. So let's go to the top of the first and let's see what the Giants bring. Leading off for the Giants will be the right fielder, Bobby Bonds. 259 average, 26 homers, 80 RBIs. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame, but I know he's definitely Hall of the Very Good. We're going to use blue, white, and powder blue dice. Expos are the home team. Let's see how this game goes. McAnally, 3-1, that is a blank. Bonds, a 2-5, and that's a power hit to left field. That's an 18, but that's going to be just a little too high. That's a fly out to left, and that's going to be caught by, believe it or not, the left fielder is Tim McCarver. He's going to make the catch, and that is out number 1. Let's see here. 220 plus 1. As he will make the catch out there. He's in left field for this game. Next batter for the Giants will be the center fielder, Gary Maddox. Pretty young here at this time. A 266 average, 12 homers, 58 RBIs. He didn't cover the final fourth of the world yet, but he was getting better. McAnally, 4-3, range play. Maddox, 1-3. That's a power hit to center field. That's a 5. Against a righty, that's going to be a triple. But it's a range play for Boots Day. He wasn't too bad. His range is a 3. And he won't get that one. And that's going to be a triple for Gary Maddox. That's going to go over his head and bounce off the wall and run away from him. So Maddox will get a triple to start his game. And now the shortstop, Chris Spire. A 269 average, 15 homers, 71 RBIs. Infield will come in. Anything on the strat, and Maddox will stay where he is. McAnally, a 3-6, strikeout 9, cold strike 3 on Spire. He got him. And that is strikeout number 1 from McAnally, and that is out number 2. And now the first baseman, Willie McCovey, a.k.a. Stretch. Hall of Famer, you got it. 213 average, 14 homers, 35 RBIs, though, in 72, not one of his better years. Willie McCovey, a lot of people thought he would be Willie Mays Jr., and actually came pretty close. McAnally will pitch after a strat check, and nothing there. Maddox will stay where he is. McAnally, 4-5, strikeout 11, and that is a called strike 3 on McCovey, as that was right at the knees, and the umpire rings him up and sends him back to the dugout, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit. The Giants get a triple, but can't do anything with it, and we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants tonight is Juan Marichal, Hall of Famer, of course. 6 wins, 16 losses, though. 72, one of his worst years. 3.71 ERA. That ERA is still kind of a little bit deceptive. Again, I don't think Marichal got a lot of run support when he was pitching in that season. He had 72 strikeouts and 39 walks in 72. Now let's see what the Expos do in the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Expos will be second baseman Ron Hunt, a further relation of Doug Hunt. Well, maybe not. 253 average, no homers, 18 RBIs. Marichal will go ahead and pitch. Marichal, 4-4 against the righty. Home run result. Against the righty, though, Hunt has zeros. It's not happening. Hunt, 5-6, and he grounds it to third. That'll be picked up by Al Gallagher, and he will toss it over for the out. One down, and that will bring up the third baseman, Bob Bailey, a 233 average, 16 homers, 57 RBIs, and 72. Marichal with the pitch. Marichal, 5-6, strikeout 15. That just misses. Bailey, 1-6, and that's a grounder to short. That'll be taken care of by Chris Spire, and he'll toss it over. And next batter will be the right fielder, Ken Singleton. He's in right for this game. 274 average, 14 homers, 50 RBIs. Singleton, a pretty solid player throughout his career. Marichal with the pitch. Marichal, 5-1, home run chance. Switch left. 1-18. The 13 is good against the righty. Singleton needs a 14. Does he put the Expos on the board? No, he'll miss it by 2. Singleton, 6-2. Instead, he grounds it to second base. That'll get handled by Tito Fuentes. And he takes his time and tosses it over and retires his side. Singleton can't believe he didn't send that one out. 3 up and 3 down. No score after 1. As Phoenix Knight asked me how the playoff format gets modified. Okay, I will do a quick rendition for you, my friend. Top 3 teams each division will make the postseason. Okay? The number 6 seed will play the 5 seed in a 1 game. The winner of that plays the 4 seed in a 1 game. The winner there plays the number 1 seed, and the 2 play the 3 in the division series. So if you have the best second place record, okay, you do not have to play a short wild card series. If, however, a team is not over 500, then that seeding is eliminated, and I've already done that in a couple of seasons. So if there's no number 6 seed, then the 5 will have to play the 4, and that will be it for the wild card round. And is there a possibility that there could be no 5 or 6 seeds? Yes, that is a possibility. That is a possibility, which means there would be no wild card series in that league. It would go straight to division series. You got to have a winning record. You have a losing record, you do not belong in the postseason. I am sorry. And one of the reasons that I now believe in that totally is I actually had a team that had a losing record one year. I think it was the Dodgers. I think it was the Los Angeles Dodgers. I forget what season. I think it was 1961. At the Dodgers made the postseason, and they had a losing record. And one of my guys said, if you got a losing record, you really shouldn't get in the playoffs. And actually, at first, I thought it was a little annoying he said that. But then, you know what? He was right. So from now on, you must have a winning record. No 500 records. That's why the final week of the season on my regular season is 1 game per 1 day of baseball. So, yes, I can modify postseasons. 6 is the max. We could have less than that, depending how the records go. I hope that answers your question there, Phoenix. Top of the second, as the Expos will get back on the field. Leading off for the Giants will be Dave King Kong Kingman, and he's in left field for this game. 225 average, 29 homers, 83 RBIs. A young Kingman, a young Kong, I should say. Let's see, McAnally, 5-4, error on a grounder. Kong, 3-3, and it's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Ron Fairley. His error rating is a 5. That's an 11. He'll take care of it, and McAnally will come on over and receive the put out, and that will be out number 1. You're very welcome there, Mr. Knight. No, you didn't interrupt the flow at all. I'm here to answer some questions. Next up is the catcher, Dave Rader. 259 average, 6 homers, 41 RBIs. McAnally, a 6-1. That's a walk plus, but that 20, believe it or not, it's going to be too high. Rader, 3-6, and it's a ground out to first. This time, Fairley doesn't need to worry about it, and he'll just make the play himself. 2 outs, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Tito Fuentes, a 264 average, 7 homers, 53 RBIs, and 72. McAnally, 2-2, home run chance. Home run chance against a switch left, a 1-16. The 13 is good, but against a righty, Fuentes needs a 1. Does he get enough to get it out? Nope, he does not. That's a 6. 5-4, and instead he grounds it to second base. That'll be handled by Hunt, and he will take it himself and retire the side. Nothing across for the Giants, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. The one thing I like about the wild card series, one guy say, because, and that series reminds the same way. When you have the 3 division alignment, the 3 division champions automatically get the bye. And then you have to have the top 2 teams in each division for a 3 division alignment, which I did in the 2016 season. The number 6 plays the 5, and then the 5 plays the 4. But in a 2 division alignment, such as East and West, I take the top 3 teams in each division. Now, I did have one. I did do the 1961 season. I took the top 5 in the American League and the top 4 in the National League, because I couldn't take more than that for the 1961 season, because you guys, and I know there's a lot of 1961 players out there. All right, you have 10 teams in the American League and only 8 in the National League in that season, because the Mets and the Astros did not, or the Colt 45s didn't start until 62. Peasants. Yeah, Brian, but you got to spell peasants right. Bottom of the second, leading off for the Expos will be Ron Fairley. He's at first base tonight, 278 average, 17 homers, and 68 RBIs. Marichal, 2-6, walk, 10, and that's ball 4. Marichal thought that was a strike, but that's going to walk Fairley, and he'll trot to first. Next up will be the center fielder, Boots Day. 233 average, no homers, 30 RBIs. Oh, jeez. Infield is a double play depth. And nothing on the 14. Fairley stays where he is. Marichal, 2-1, blank. Day, 4-1. Ground out right back to the pitcher. Let's see if he can turn it. I don't think he can. 1-0. And let's see. Day is a lefty, so shortstop is pivot, and that is Spire, and he has a 0. So no chance in a double play, and that is a 3. So Marichal turns around, fires to second to get Marichal, and Day will be safe at first on the fielder's choice. The next batter will be Tim McCarver. He's in left field for this game. 246 average, 7 homers, 34 RBIs, and 72. Frank Roszak joins us here at Jarry Park. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 10. Day will stay put. I'm 6, so that's a pass. Okay, fine. You get a hall pass. Marichal, 4-3, strikeout 12. That will miss. McCarver, 4-2, and that's a ground out to second base. Let's see if they turn it this time. 3-3-4. Shortstop pivot spire 0, 1-4, double play. They got it. Side retired. 4-6-3. So nothing across except a walk. And no score after 2. And yeah, fine, I'll give you a pass there, Brian. I'll give you a pass. You're lucky I like you. We go to the top of the third. And let's see. Leading off for the G-men will be the third baseman, Al Gallagher. Don't know much about him. 223 average, 2 homers, 18 RBIs that year. McAnally, 5-5 against a righty. It's an automatic out. And it's a ground out to first, handled easily there by Fairley. And he will take it to the bag on his own. That brings up the pitcher, Juan Marichal. He had a 196 average in 72. That's not too bad. McAnally. Did McCarver catch any games for the Expos? I think he did. I think he did catch a couple. McAnally, 4-1. Possible error. Marichal, 3-4. And that's not an error. It's a slow hit ball to short. That's picked up by Tim Foley. Marichal, a base running rating of 1. The throw to first. And he's safe. He just beats it out. Marichal goes ahead. That will be an infield single for Marichal. Tim Foley must have taken his time, thinking he had Marichal easily. He had to charge it, and Marichal just beats it by a step. Barely got there in time. The next batter will be Bonds. Bonds is 0 for 1. And let's see here. Strategy roll. And that's a 17. Marichal not going anywhere. He's wearing the jacket. McAnally, 5-2. Range play at the park. Jarry Park, 5-6. That is a home run to center field. Against a righty, Bonds needs a 15. That is a 17. Wow, a lot of fat pitches being thrown over the plate, but they're not hitting them out. So that's not a home run. Now it's a range play to center field, and that's going to Boots Day. His range is a 3 as he goes after it. He's at the wall. He's got it. 2 outs. Wow, what a play by Boots Day at the wall, and that turns out to be a fly out to center field. Bonds cannot believe that did not get out of here. So 2 away. The next batter is Maddox. Stadium cheers. Yay! They give Boots Day a bit of a cheer for that one as he made the catch at the wall. But now 2 outs. Maddox is up. He's 1 for 1. He got a triple his first time up. And that's a 20. McAnally fires to first and picked him off. Got him. McAnally gets Marichal napping as he couldn't see it. And he forgot what was happening. And that will end the inning. No runs and a hit. As McAnally picks off his opposite number, Maddox will have to wait till the next inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the third here at Jarry Park. That was a very interesting turn of events. Leading off for the Expos will be the shortstop, Tim Foley. He had a pretty decent career. 241 average, 2 homers, 35 RBIs in 72. Marichal, 3-5. That's blank. Foley, 2-4. And that's a ground out to third. That'll be handled by Gallagher. And he'll toss it over for the out, 1 down. Here's the catcher, Terry Humphrey, a 186 average, a homer, and 9 RBIs in 72. Damn polyester uniforms. Marichal, 6-3. That is a blank. Humphrey, 2-1. And that's ground out to first base. And McCovey will get to that one with no problem. And he'll get to the bag before Humphrey, 2 down. And here's the pitcher, Ernie McAnally. He had a 113 average in 72 and 3 RBIs. 2 men down, no score in a game that had 13 runs historically. Marichal, 1-2. Against the righty, it's a base hit right past the pitcher. McAnally hits it right past Marichal and up through the box. And McAnally will hold at first base. First hit of the game for the Expos. It will now bring up Hunt. Hunt is 0 for 1. McAnally not a threat to do anything, but rolling a strap because Marichal was very good at picking runners off base. Marichal, 3-2, blank. Hunt, 1-3, and that's a base hit to right field. McAnally with 2 outs, base runner 3. So a single to right plus 1, a 1-4. McAnally will get to third, and he will. Hunt coming around first. He's thinking about a double. Hunt has a base running rating of 4, but no, he will put on the brakes and hold it first. So the Expos are in business. And now runners at the corners, a chance for Bailey. Bailey is 0 for 1. Marichal in a slight jam here in the bottom of the third. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Fans here at Jarry Park would like to see the Expos get back above 500. They are 500 right now. Very much alive. Marichal with the pitch. Marichal, 1-5. Hit by pitch, 6. That is high. Bailey, 6-6. And that is a ground out to first. And McCovey says he'll take care of it, and he will. And retire the side on his own. No runs, 2 hits. No score after 3. Top of the 4th coming up. And once again coming up to bat will be Gary Maddox. He was at the plate when Marichal was picked off. McAnally will pitch. McAnally, 3-3. That's a pitcher result, and that 17 is too high. Maddox, 1-5. That's a ground out to third. Bailey will go ahead and get it and take his time throwing it over. Next up is Spire. Spire is 0 for 1. McAnally goes ahead and deals. 5-2. Range play at the park. Jarry Park, 1-3. It's a ground out to second. That's hit to Ron Hunt. I almost said Doug Hunt. That's hit to Hunt. He was pretty good. His range is a 4, but he's not getting that one. Nobody would have gotten that one. That'll be a seeing eye single, and Spire will get the first. Next batter is Stretch. McCovey is 0 for 1. Infield is that double play. Spire at 9 stolen bases. He will not get any here. McAnally will deal. McAnally, 6-2, blank. McCovey, 4-6, and that's flied to right. And Singleton will get there, come in a little bit, but he'll get that with no problem. 2 down. No, don't hit it at me. DJP joins us here at Jarry Park. Here's Kong. Kong is 0 for 1. Spire, nothing on the 16. What's the matter, Doug? You can't make a routine ground out. McAnally with the pitch. 5-5 against the righty. That's an automatic out. And that is a ground out to third. It'll be handled by Bailey. He's going to throw to second against Spire, and that will do it. So no runs and a hit for the Giants. Pitchers duel here. Going in the bottom of the 4th. Not too bad. Haven't had one in a little while. I've had a few high-scoring games lately. But 1972 really was a low-scoring season. You have your croissant. Excellent. Glad you do. Leading off for the Expos will be Ken Singleton. And he is 0 for 1. Fans here at Jarry Park would like the Expos to try to get a big win here. Got to be above 500. Giants, they are 37-43. They got to start winning some games. Marichal, 6-4 against a switch left. That is a blank. Singleton, 2-5. That's grounded to short, handled by Spire. And he will toss it over for the out. Next up is Fairley. Fairley, he walked his first time up. Marichal, 6-3. That is a blank. Fairley, 4-4. That's fly to left. And Kong is going to come under it. and take a step forward, but he'll get it. 2 away. Batter now is Day. Day is 0 for 1. Marichal. He'll go ahead and pitch. Marichal, 6-2. That's a blank. Day, 6-2. That's a base hit. He'll hit one past shortstop, and Day keeps the inning alive with a two-out single. The next batter is McCarver. McCarver is 0 for 1. Day had 3 stolen bases, and he actually gets the steal sign, but 7 minus 1 is 6. I'm not even going to go any further than that. Day will stay where he is and hope McCarver can get him over. Marichal, 3-2, blank. McCarver, 2-6, and that's a power hit to center field. That's a 15, and against the righty, that will be a double. Question is, will it score Day? With 2 outs, this base runner becomes a 4. Double to center field +1. Day will score on a 5 or lower, and he will. The Expos get the first run of the game. McCarver gets an RBI double. It's 1-0 in favor of the Expos. Stadium cheers. Yuppie! And I think that's how you do that in Canada. RBI double by McCarver. And the batter now is Foley as the Expos are finally on the board. Foley is 0 for 1. Strategy roll, and McCarver will stay where he is. Marichal with the deal. Marichal, 6-4 against the righty. Strikeout 12. That will be high. Foley, 5-4, and that's a fly ball hit the left field. And Kingman will get to that one, and he will make the catch. 1 run on 2 hits, an RBI double by Tim McCarver. And the Expos finally break through. It's 1-0 after 4. Top of the 5th coming up. Leading off for the G-men will be Dave Rader, and he's 0 for 1. McAnally, he will pitch. McAnally, 4-1, possible error. Rader, 6-3. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Ron Fairley. His error rating is a 5. That's a 9. He'll take care of it. McAnally comes over, and Fairley throws to him for the out to cover the bag. Nice play by Fairley. Here is Fuentes. Fuentes is 0 for 1. McAnally, a 6-4. That is a blank. Fuentes, 3-5, base hit. He'll hit that one past second base. And Fuentes gets on base there. The next batter will be Gallagher. Gallagher is 0 for 1. Infield is at double play depth. Fuentes had 16 stolen bases, and he's not getting any extra here. McAnally will go ahead and pitch. McAnally, 3-5, wild pitch, and that will go over the catcher's head, and Fuentes will go to second. So Fuentes now at second base. Nothing on that. Gallagher actually gets the bunt sign, but he'll swing away with a runner on second. That does take the double play off. McAnally will pitch. 5-2, range play at the park. Jarry Park. 4-5, and that is a ground ball to short, and that ball is hit to Tim Foley. He was good. His range is a 4, and he's got it. And the throw will get to first base for out number 2. Fuentes, he will make it to third, as the ball was actually hit pretty slowly, enough for Fuentes to go to third base, and he knew that Foley had to make a good play to get the out. 2 away, here's Marichal. And Marichal is got a base hit his first time up. 2 outs. Anything on the strat? The 17 says no. McAnally will pitch to Juan. McAnally, 3-2, strikeout 8, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. And that's the 3rd strikeout from McAnally. No runs, a hit, and a wild pitch. But the Giants stay off the scoreboard. It's 1-0 here as we go to the bottom of the 5th. The Expos historically only scored 1 run in this game, and the Giants scored 12. Right now, McAnally is trying to get some trying to change history here. Terry Humphrey will bat first for the Expos. He's 0 for 1. Marichal, and that's a 2-6, a walk. That 15 is too high. Humphrey, 2-6, and that's grounded to first base. McCovey will get to it and take it to the bag himself. Next batter is McAnally. McAnally got a base hit his first time up. Marichal, a 4-4, and against the righty, it's a home run result. But McAnally has zeros, so it is not happening. 3-1, instead he chops it right back to Marichal. He'll get that one and easily underhand it to first for the out. And now here's Hunt. Hunt is 1 for 2. Marichal goes ahead and deals. 6-4 against the righty. Strikeout 7. That's just a little high. Hunt, 4-3, and it's a single. He'll hit that one past second base. And he will have his second hit of the game. Now 2 for 3 and a chance for Bailey. Bailey is 0 for 2. Hunt had 9 stolen bases. And he actually gets the steal sign. And I'm going to send him. 16 minus 1 is 15. Dave Rader's a +1 arm. Hunt's on his way to second. A 1-16, he is safe. And he is. Hunt will slide into second base. Gets way ahead, gets ahead of the tag. Stolen base for Hunt, which puts a runner in scoring position. Re-rolling the strat, nothing on the 17. Bailey will swing. So Hunt now on at second, and Marichal with the deal. 5-2, range play at the park. Jarry Park, 4-2, and that is a blank, which means we have a rare play with men on. So now we have a rare play. Let's see what happens. 42. Right fielder crashes into the wall, chasing a deep drive. Resolved as a D9 range play. Well, that's hit to Bobby Bonds. His range is a 4. And he's got it. He makes the catch. He makes the catch, and that will actually retire the side. Nothing on it. It says if right fielder fails to make the play, but he makes the play. And it says there's no injury check. So a heck of a play by Bobby Bonds, crashing into the wall, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, a stolen base. Stays 1-0 after 5. As David Vega joins us here at Jarry Park. Top of the 6th. McAnally can pitch to 24 batters. He's still pretty good. Marichal still got plenty left in the tank. Who leads off? Top of the batting order for the G-men. Here is Bobby Bonds, and he is 0 for 2. Dusts off his uniform after crashing into the wall, but he says, I am fine. I'm a baseball player. McAnally will go ahead and pitch. McAnally, 6-4. That is a blank. Bonds, 4-4, and that laces a base hit into center field. So Bonds goes ahead and becomes the leadoff runner. They'll hold it first. And the batter now is Maddox. Maddox is 1 for 2, has a triple. Infield double play. Bonds was a thief. He had 44 stolen bases, and he gets the steal sign, and he's going. 18 minus 2 is 16. And Humphrey has a very good arm, a -3 arm, but they're sending him anyway. A 1-13, he is safe. And he just gets under the tag, but he's safe at second base. Stolen base for Bobby Bonds, his first of the game. Takes away the double play. Re-roll the strat, he will stay where he is. McAnally will pitch. McAnally, 3-1, blank. Maddox, 5-5, base hit left field. Will that score Bonds? Base runner 4. Single to left -1, single to left +2, actually. And that is a 6. And that's going to be a run score. Bobby Bonds will come around and he will score. Maddox gets an RBI single. This game is tied. Stadium groans. Maddox is now 2 for 3. The batter will be Spire. Spire is 1 for 2. Infield double play depth. Nobody out yet at the top of the 6th. Maddox had 13 stolen bases, and he gets the steal sign. 14 minus 2 is 12. And let's see here. Humphrey minus 3 is 9. I'm going to hold Maddox and let Spire swing away. Spire did hit pretty well, 269. McAnally, 6-1. That's a walk plus. That'll be ball 4. So now McAnally in a little bit of a jam here as he walks a batter. That's only his first walk of this game. It will now bring up McCovey. Stretch is 0 for 2. And here a chance here for the G-men. And that is a 1. Maddox does get the steal sign to go to third, but he's going to hold him and let Stretch swing away. McCovey, very good home run power. McAnally, 2-3, strikeout 6, struck him out. And that is strikeout number 4 for McAnally, 1 down. You go from one power hitter to another one. Here is Kong. Kong is 0 for 2. And Maddox will stay put. Base runners will do anything there. McAnally will now pitch to Kong. Pitch coming. McAnally, 6-1. Walk plus. And that 11 is ball 4. And the bases are juiced. Bases are full of G-men. Second walk from McAnally. And the batter will be Dave Rader. Rader is 0 for 2. Infield will play in to try to turn a home to first double play. They go talk to McAnally on the mound. He will be tired after Rader, though. So they got to the Expos may have to make a decision. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 3. Runners hold. McAnally looking in on Rader. Fans here at Jarry Park hoping for a good pitch. McAnally, 6-6. That is a range play. Rader, 4-3, and that is a ground ball to third. The ball is hit to Bailey. His range is a 2, but the infield is in. His range is a 0. That's a base hit. Base hit past third, and that is going to be a single for Rader. Maddox will come in to score. Spire, a base running rating of 2, not fast enough. He will hold it third, and the carousel turns, but only 1 run will score. It's 2-1 Giants. Stadium groans. And now the batter is Fuentes, and that's going to be it for Ernie McAnally, as it looks like he's run out of gas. And the Expos will go to the bullpen as he is now tired. And you still got bases loaded here and 1 out in the 6th inning. So a new pitcher coming in here for the Expos. And they are going to go with, I think it doesn't matter. I think they'll go with a righty. Let's see who that's going to be. Coming on to pitch for the Expos is going to be John Strohmeyer. 1 win, 2 losses, 3 saves, a 3.52 ERA. Meyer will be the second Expos pitcher. Infield is still in, but the Giants now have a 2-1 lead. Hoping for a good pitch of the fans of Jarry Park. That's a 2, nothing happening. Strohmeyer will pitch. Strohmeyer, 4-1. And against the switch left, that's an automatic out. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. Grounder to first. The infield is in. So let's see. Fuentes is double play rating of 2, plus 1 is a 3. A 1 to 3, it's a first to catcher, back to first double play. No. Spire will be thrown out at the plate. Kingman will advance to third, Rader to second, Fuentes on at first, but there are now 2 outs. As they cannot turn the double play on the fielder's choice. The batter now will be Gallagher. Gallagher is 0 for 2, but now 2 outs. Can the Expos go ahead and get out of this jam? Strategy roll, nothing on the 11. Strohmeyer with the pitch. Strohmeyer, 5-1, strikeout plus 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. And the Expos get out of it with minimal damage. 2 runs 3 hits, a stolen base, and a couple of walks. But the Giants have taken a 2-1 lead here as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Giants trying to get back to 500. Expos trying to get over 500 tonight. Bottom of the 6th inning, Marichal will stay on the mound. Leading off for the Expos will be Ken Singleton. He's 0 for 2. This is 1972, not 2024. Marichal, 6-3, blank. Singleton, 3-3, base hit. He leads off with a single to right. So the Expos have a chance now to tie this game up with a runner on. Here's Fairley. Fairley is 0 for 1 with a walk, infield double play. Singleton had 5 stolen bases, and he's not getting any here. Marichal will now deal with Fairley. Can Jarry Park crowd get some help? Marichal, 3-3, strikeout 12. That will miss. Fairley, 2-3, and it's flied to center field. Maddox says he has it, and he'll take a step backward, but he will get it. 1 out. Here's Day. Day is 1 for 2. Had a single his last time up. Nothing on the 5. Singleton stays where he is. Actually, that's a hit and run opportunity, but I don't think you do a hit and run here with 1 out. I think you'll let Day swing away. Although Day does not have good home run power. He's a 2 plus 1 is a 3. That is a 5. That is a hit and run. You want to try to get the runner in the second spot. The problem with Singleton, he has a 7 stolen base rating. So this is a strikeout. He's probably going to be thrown out. But he had 5 stolen bases, which tells me he had a few hit and runs. Let's do it. Hit and run is on. Marichal, 2-5. Wild pitch. And that 20, though, is ball 1. He'll do it again. Marichal will try again. 3-2. That is a blank. Day. 5-2. That's a power hit to center field. That's a 14. And against the right, he's just going to miss it. A 13 would have been a triple. That's a 14. It'll be a fly out to center. And Singleton's got to go back to first. Nice play there by Maddox to make the catch. 2 down. And now McCarver is next. McCarver 1 for 2 with a double. Singleton. And he will stay where he is. Marichal with the pitch. Marichal, 5-5. Possible error. McCarver, 6-5. And that's a pop fly ball to the shortstop. Getting under that is Spire. His error rating is a 6. That's a 10. Spire says, I got it with no problem. And that will make the catch and end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Expos. 2-1 in favor of the G-Men after 6. Pretty good low-scoring game tonight. Top of the 7th coming up. Leading off for the Giants will be Juan Marichal, and he can pitch to 5 more batters before he tires. They're going to let him hit. And Strohmeyer, he can pitch to about 5 more, and he is going to pitch. Actually, 4 more. Actually. 5 more. So they'll leave Strohmeyer on the mound here in the top of the 7th. Giants lead the Expos 2-1. Strohmeyer 4-1, and against the righty, it's a home run result, but Marichal didn't have any. Marichal 2-2. Instead, he laces a very weak ground out to first, and Fairley says he'll take care of it and take it himself. 1 down, and here is Bonds. Bonds had a single his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Strohmeyer, 6-3. That's a walk, and that 1 is an easy ball 4. So he walks Bobby Bonds, and Bonds is on base for the 2nd time. Next batter is Maddox. Maddox is 2 for 3 tonight, a triple and a single. Infield that double play. Bonds, as I said, was a thief. And he does not get the steal sign. Maddox does get the hit and run sign, but he can hit pretty decently, so I'm going to let him swing away. Strohmeyer with the pitch. Strohmeyer, 5-4. Home run chance. Righty, 1-6. The 6 is good. He put it over the plate. Maddox against the righty is an 11. Does Maddox turn on it and send it out? Yep, pretty hard, pretty well too. And he just put it right over the plate, and Maddox turned it into lasagna. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep to left field, and McCarver can only see it go over the wall, and it's out of here. Home run, Jarry Maddox. Stadium groans. Ugh. Maddox, good thing they didn't call for a hit and run, although even we did call for a hit and run, he still would have got it. Maddox, a 2-run bomb. And Bobby Bonds will come in and score. That is now a 4-1 Giant lead. And Jarry Maddox right now is a double short of the cycle. The next batter is Spire. Spire is 1 for 2 as a single and a walk. Strohmeyer is due to bat third in the 7th. They're going to try to see if he can get out of this inning. He can pitch to 2 more batters before he retires. Strohmeyer with the pitch. Strohmeyer 4-1. Again against the righty. It's a home run result. Spire against the righty needs a 7, but the 13 is high. Spire 1-5, and he hits a deep fly ball to center field. Pretty deep for Boots Day, but he will get to it near the track, and that's out number 2. Next up is Stretch. McCovey is 0 for 3. Strohmeyer, he'll go ahead and pitch. Strohmeyer, 3-6. That's a pitcher result. And that 3 is going to be an automatic out against the lefty. And that's a ground ball to first. Fairley will go ahead and get to it and retire the side. 2 runs on 1 hit. A 2-run blast by Jarry Maddox. And the Giants now have a 4-1 lead here at Jarry Park. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after the night's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow morning. As you know, I now do Sunday morning baseball at about 11 or 11:30. And we're taking a trip to the Big A for the first time in California, Anaheim Stadium. We will have the New York Yankees taking on the California Angels. Fritz Peterson will be going for the Yankees, and Rudy May will be pitching for the Angels. That's a pretty important game out there in the American League, as the Angels are also trying to get above 500, and the Yankees are going to do the same thing. So a big matchup Sunday morning at Anaheim Stadium, the Yankees and the Angels, Peterson against Rudy May. That should be a pretty good matchup for tomorrow morning. Hope you'll join us there on Inside Pitch. Bottom of the 7th here, Giants lead 4-1. And leading off for the Expos will be Tim Foley, and he's 0 for 2. Marichal can still pitch to 5 more. We'll see how long he goes. Marichal, 5-4. That's at the park. Jarry Park, 5-4. And that is a grounder to first. And McCovey says he has it, and he'll take it himself. 1 out. Next up is Humphrey. Humphrey is 0 for 2. Remember the last time Marichal pitched, he didn't have a good game. He's having a good one today. Marichal, 1-4. That is a blank. Humphrey, 3-4, and that's grounded to third base. That'll be taken care of by Gallagher, and he will toss it over for out number 2. Pinch hitter coming up for Strohmeyer. He will leave the ball game. And coming on to pitch the bat for the Expos will be Ron Woods, a .258 average, 10 homers, 31 RBIs, and 72. Marichal will deal. Marichal 1-6. That's a range play. Woods 6-4. Fly ball right field. And that ball is hit to Bobby Bonds. He was good. His range is a 4, but he won't get that one. And that is going to be, he's going to have to take that one on the hop. And Woods will have a single. So the Expos keep the inning going. The next batter will be Ron Doug Hunt. And he is 2 for 3, 2 singles. Strategy rolls are still on. And Woods is staying where he is. Marichal, he'll go ahead and pitch. Marichal, 5-5, possible error. Hunt, 3-3, and that's not an error. It's a slow hit ball to third base picked up by Gallagher. Hunt's got good speed. His base running rating is a 4. The throw to first, and not in time. Hunt will beat it out. Infield single for Hunt, and that's his 3rd hit of the game. 3 singles, that moves Woods over to second. And now here's a chance for Bob Bailey. Bailey is 0 for 3. And my thing is, let's see, do I want to make any moves here? Hate to say this, but the bench is meh. I think I gotta let Bailey, but he's at 3rd. Bailey is at 3rd. You know what? I'm going to keep him. He's going to have to bat. Bailey will go ahead and bat. Runners at 1st and 2nd here. 2 outs. Marichal in a bit of a jam now here in the bottom of the 7th. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 16. Marichal, he'll go ahead and deal with Bailey. Marichal, 1-1. Walk, 18. That will miss. Bailey, 4-6. And it's a comebacker right back to Marichal. He's got it. He'll take his time underhanded to first, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits. As the Expos had something happening, but nothing there. And after 7, it's still 4-1 in favor of the Giants. Top of the 8th. And leading off for the G-Men will be Dave King Kong Kingman. And he walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2. And the Expos need a pitcher. And coming on to pitch for the Expos will be Tom Walker. 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 saves. A 2.89 ERA and 72. Walker will be the 3rd Expo pitcher. Kingman will lead it off for the G-Men. Walker, 6-3, strikeout, 17. That just missed. Kingman, 5-3, and it is that's a ground out to short. Handled easily there by Spire, and I'm sorry, that held by Foley, my bad. And he will toss it over to first, and that's for the out. Next up is Raider. Raider 1 for 3. Walker, 5-4. Pitcher result, lefty against the lefty. Only a 1 will be a base hit past the pitcher, and the 20's not even close. Raider, 4-2, and he hits a fly out to center field, and that'll be taken care of by Boots Day for the 2nd out. And now here's Fuentes. Fuentes is 1 for 3, has a single. Walker with the pitch. 5-1, strikeout, 1 swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. 1-2-3, job by Walker, and nothing there for the Giants. Will go to the bottom of the 8th. Leading off for the Expos will be Ken Singleton. He is 1 for 3. Marichal is tired, but they're going to let him pitch. If he gets in trouble, the Giants' bullpen is ready to go. Plus, Marichal is due to bat 2nd in the 9th. Marichal, 1-4. That is a blank. Singleton, 5-5, and that's a ground out to second base, easily handled there by Fuentes, and he'll toss it over for the out. This is 1972, not 2024, where today if a pitcher makes one pitch, he's automatically considered tired. Here's Fairley. Fairley is 0 for 2 with a walk. Marichal, 6-4 against the lefty. That's a blank. Fairley, 3-5, and against the righty, it's a ground out right to the pitcher. Marichal will go ahead and get that and toss it over for out number 2. Next up is Day. Day is 1 for 3, has a single. Marichal, he'll pitch. 1-1, that's a walk, but the 11 is too high. Day, 2-4, and that's a ground ball to first base taken care of by Stretch. McCovey calls off Marichal saying, I got it. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Marichal. Nice job by him. After 8, it is still 4-1. We go to the top of the 9th. Walker will stay on the mound. He can pitch to 4 more batters before he tires. No, let him pitch. Leading off for the Giants will be Al Gallagher. He'll bat. He's 0 for 3, though. But the Giants have a 4-1 lead. Walker, he'll go ahead. He will go ahead and pitch. Walker, 4-6, strikeout 15. That's too much. Gallagher, 1-1, pop out to second base. And that's going to be Hunt getting to that. And Doug Ron Hunt will make the catch. 1 out. I always knew Doug Hunt could play second base. They're going to bring up a pinch hitter for Juan Marichal. They will take him out of the game, as he's done beautifully. But the Giants will go to the bench. And let's see, it's the 9th inning, so it can be anybody. But I think I'll go with the guy here. Coming on to pinch hit for the Giants will be Ken Henderson. 257 average, 18 homers, 51 RBIs, and 72 more their starter outfield. So Henderson will come on to pinch hit, and he'll go up against Walker. 4-1 Giants, top of the 9th. 1 out. Walker, 5-4. That's a pitcher result. And against the switch left, though, that 4 is too high. Henderson, 3-5, and against the righty, it's a ground ball to second base. And once again, Doug Hunt will go ahead and get to it, and he'll toss it over for out number 2. You always played shortstop. Well, you're playing second tonight. You're at second base tonight. I'll give you a range of, since you only played shortstop, you know what, I'll put you at second base, I'll give you a range of 1. How many errors did you make? I don't know how many give you an error rating. 2 outs. The batter now will be Bonds. Bonds is 1 for 3, a single and a walk, scored twice. So Walker will go ahead and pitch. Walker, 5-4, pitcher result. The 11 is high. Bonds, 1-6, and that's a ground out to second base. And Doug Hunt's going to get all the plays today in this inning. A pop out and a ground out. Okay, well, it's Ron Hunt, but he's got it. And the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants. It's still 4-1. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Leading off for the Expos will be Tim McCarver. He will bat. He is 1 for 3. Giants need a pitcher, and they are going to go to... They really did not have a designated closer for this game. So in that case, then, I will go with, I think, the pitcher that can get it done. Coming on to pitch for the Giants to get the save is going to be Don McMahon. 3 wins, 3 losses, 5 saves, a 3.71 ERA. McMahon will be the second Giants pitcher. Not too many. Led the league even in batting for 2 seasons. Okay, so I'll give you an error rating of, let's see. Your range is a 1 at second base, but I'll give you an error rating of 5. So in a 1 to 5, you make an error. Anything else, you don't. I think that's fair. So McCarver will go ahead and bat 1 for 3. Don McMahon's going to try to close this game out. for the G-men. McMahon, 2-3 against the lefty. That's a walk plus, and that 16 will walk him. Once again, I bring in a relief pitcher, and the first thing he does is walk the leadoff batter, no matter who it is. Leadoff walk. And now the batter will be Foley, and he will bat. Foley is 0 for 3. Infield double play depth, though. Strategy rolls are off. McMahon will go ahead and pitch. McMahon, 4-5 against the righty. It's a blank. Foley, 1-4. It's a base hit to right field. McCarver, base runner 2. Single to right, +1. A 1-3. McCarver will make third, and he will. Foley's going to try for second. Base runner rating is a 4, and he's got it. It's a double for Tim Foley, and here come the Expos. And the tying run at the plate in Terry Humphrey, and we may see a pinch hitter for him. And believe it or not, yes, they will, as a matter of fact. Humphrey's going to come out of the game, which means the Expos will need a catcher if this game goes any further. So coming on to pinch hit for the Expos is going to be, I didn't think I would get him in here, is going to be Coco LeBoy. Does anybody know anything about this guy? 261 average, 3 homers, 14 RBIs. Coco LeBoy is going to pinch hit here with runners at second and third and no one out. The infield is going to play back. The runners on base don't mean anything. So here's Coco LeBoy. Since this is the 9th inning, anybody can come up to bat. So McMahon will pitch to LeBoy. 4-1 Giants, but here come the Expos. Strategy rolls are off. McMahon, 5-4 against the righty. It's a blank. LeBoy, 1-1, and it's a base hit past second base. McCarver will come in to score. Foley, a base running rating of 4. He will come in to score. LeBoy on it first. It's 4-3. Stadium cheers. Yay! An RBI single by Coco LeBoy. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Tom Walker as he will come out of the game. And let's see, coming on to bat against him, coming on to bat against McMahon is going to be Jim Ferry. 234 average, a homer, and 15 RBIs. Still nobody out. Bottom of the ninth. Giants lead is now 4-3, and still no one out. LeBoy doesn't have great speed, but he will stay out there. And Ferry will bat. McMahon, and he can still pitch to 3 more batters, but they're going to go with him here to try to get this game over. Strategy rolls are back on. And nothing on the 18. Ferry brings up a bunt. Oh, do you bunt here? The bunt comes up for Ferry. That might not be a bad idea because you get the tying run at second base. I think you bunt here. I think you bunt. The question is, do the Giants expect the bunt? Let's see. His bunt rating is a 4. Let's see if they expect the bunt. That's a 6. They do not. They will stay on double play depth. McMahon will go ahead and pitch. McMahon, 3-2. That's a hit by pitch. But the hit by pitch rating is a 0. Not happening. Ferry's going to lay down the bunt. And that is bunted right to first base. That is a 16. His bunt rating is a 4, and that is the lead runner is thrown out, hitter safe at first. Just a little too much. And LeBoy thrown out at second. Ferry will make first. That's out number 1. So the sacrifice doesn't work, so that will be a fielder's choice instead. But now that will bring up Ron Hunt. Hunt is 3 for 4 tonight. He's got 3 singles. Ferry, they will go ahead and let him stay out there. 4-3 now. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 10. Ferry on it first. McMahon looking in on Hunt. McMahon trying to get this game over. I'm having him close here. We'll see if he can do it. McMahon with the pitch. McMahon, 3-6. That is a blank. He is not tired. Hunt, 6-6. And it's a fly ball to right field. And Barry Bonds says he's got it. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. And now the last chance for the Expos will be Bob Bailey. And he does have home run power. Actually, no, that's actually not going to be a fly out. That's a 3. Actually, a special K. That's actually a strikeout, actually. That's actually a strikeout. My bad. Hunt is out on Ks. Don McMahon actually struck him out upon further review. Bailey will go ahead and he will pitch. He will bat. He is 0 for 4. Ferry on it first. Giants lead 4-3, but the Expos, if Bailey with one swing and a bat, he can send this team home with a happy recap. Strategy roll, although they're not the Mets. Nothing on the 18. McMahon looking in on Bailey. Fans here at Jarry Park hoping for a good hit. McMahon, 5-3 against the righty. Strikeout 2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. That's your game. Giants will go ahead and hold off the Expos. It will be a 4-3 win here at Jarry Park. Stadium groans. 2 runs, though, on 2 hits and a walk. And that would have been good enough. And how close, and by the way, how close was that? 5-3 is right here. Against the righty, it's a strikeout. If Bob Bailey was a lefty, the Expos win the game. That is how close it comes, because against the righty, Bailey is a 12. Okay? Against the right-handed pitcher. If Bailey was a lefty, that ball game was over. But it's not to be here. The Giants beat the Expos 4-3 in a good way, as the Expos tried to make it interesting, but they're going to come up just a little bit short. Final line score coming up as the Giants go to 38 and 43, and the Expos drop to 36 and 37. For the Giants, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Expos, 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Juan Marichal. They'll go ahead and get the victory. McAnally will wind up with the loss, and McMahon will wind up with the save, although he had to earn it. So that's your victory here for the Giants, as they will beat the Expos. But we're still not done. 10-minute ticker is coming right up. That was a nice game. Not too bad. Pretty exciting. You never know what will happen on a game of inside pitch, do you? You never really know. One of the reasons why it makes the game, in my opinion, the best one you can play. It really can be unpredictable. And when you think a game is over, it may not be. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. The Expos go ahead and the Giants beat the Expos. Let's see how the rest of this majors goes tonight. Starting on July 8th, Texas at Baltimore on a doubleheader, game 1. Texas 3-33, and that is 2. Orioles 9-24, and that is also 2. And we will have extras. Rangers roll a 3 plus 0. Baltimore rolls a 4. Minus 4 is 0. That's going to be a win for the Rangers. Game number 2. Texas 3-64, and that is 5. Orioles 15-45, and that is also 5. Again with the extras. Texas rolls a 1 plus 0. Baltimore rolls a 3. Minus 4 is -1, and the Rangers win both games. Boston at California. Red Sox 14-32, and that is 4. Angels 1162, that is 6, a win for the Halos. Detroit at the White Sox. Tigers 1145, and that is 4. White Sox 1111, that's 0, that's a win for Detroit. Kansas City at Cleveland. Royals 1111, that is 0. Cleveland 0-13, well, that's also 0. Nobody wanted to win that game. We'll go to extras. Kansas City rolls a 2, -1 is 1. Cleveland 6 + 0, that is a win for the Indians at home. Yankees at Minnesota. Yankees 754, that is 4. Twins 836, and that's 3. That will be a win for the Yankees. Milwaukee and the Athletics. Milwaukee 144, and that is 2. Oakland 1336, and that's 4. And all the Athletics do is win, and by the way, they just win. Pittsburgh at Atlanta. Pirates 1846, and that is 6. Braves 712, that's 0, a win for the Bucks. Cubs and the Reds. Cubs 741, and that's 3. Reds 1261, that's 6, and that game belongs to the Reds. Dodgers and the Mets. Mets trying to stay up there. We're above 500, but the Mets in 1972, good pitching, lousy hitting. Dodgers 746, and that is 4. Mets 625, and that is 2. And the Dodgers will beat my Mets. Padres and the Phillies. Padres 1345, and that is 5. Phillies 1364, and that's 8. That's a win for the Fighting Phils. Astros and the Cardinals. Astros 1934, and that is 5. Cardinals 1416, and that is 2. And the Astros will get that win. July 9th, Texas at Baltimore. Texas 411, that's 0. Orioles 753, and that will be 4. And win for the O's. Boston at California. Red Sox 823, and that's 2. Angels 1015, and that is 1. That's a win for the Bo Sox. Detroit and the White Sox in a doubleheader, game 1. Tigers 632, and that is 2. Pale Hose 1142, and that's 4. A win for the White Sox, second game. Detroit 943, and that is 4. White Sox 6-11-0. They'll split the twin bill. Kansas City at Cleveland in a doubleheader, game 1. Royals 16-14, that is 2. Indians 643, and that is 3. The Indians will win the first game, game number 2. Kansas City 15-51, and that is 6. Indians 13-51. And that just misses. That's going to be 5, and they'll split that twin bill. Yankees at Minnesota. Yankees 864, that is 7. Twins 661, and that's 5, and that will be a victory for the Yankees. Milwaukee at Oakland. Milwaukee 445, and that is 3. Athletics 842, and that is also 3. We will have an extra innings. Brewers roll a 4 + 0. Athletics roll a 6. -1 is 5. That's another win for the A's. Pittsburgh and Atlanta. Pirates 25-54, and that's 8. Atlanta 11-15, that is 1. That's a win for the Bucks. Cubs and the Reds in a doubleheader, game 1. Cubs 14-15, and that is 2. Reds 12-64, and that is 8. That game belongs to the Reds, game number 2. Cubs 11-36, and that is 4. Reds 12-45, and that's 5. And the doubleheader belongs to the Reds. Giants and the Expos. Giants 15-52, and that's 6. Expos 756, that's 5. That will be a win for the G-Men. Dodgers and the Mets. Dodgers 753, and that is 4. Mets 462, that's 5. The Mets will hold on, and I will get at least one happy recap tonight. Padres and the Phillies. Padres 955, and that is 5. Phillies 1656, that's 7, a win for the Fightin' Phils. Astros and the Cardinals. Astros 1341, that's 4. Cardinals 1064, that is 7. And the Redbirds will get that win. On to July 10th, Kansas City at Baltimore. Kansas City 636, and that's 3. Orioles 935, and that's also 3. They will have extras. Kansas City 5, -1 is 4. Baltimore 3, -4 is -1. That will be a win for KC. Yankees and the Angels, we have these two tomorrow. Yankees 1043, and that is 4. Angels 644, and that is 3. And the Yankees are playing a little better now. White Sox and Cleveland. White Sox 261, and that is 4. Indians 822, that's 2. That will be a win for the White Sox. Rangers and Detroit. Rangers 515, that's 1. Tigers 1265, that is 8. And that will be a victory for the Cats. Milwaukee at Minnesota. Brewers 1011, that's 0. Minnesota 953, and that is 5. A win for the Twin Cities. Boston at Oakland. Pretty big series there in the American League. Red Sox 951, and that is 4. Athletics 1263, that is 7. Again, all Oakland does is win. Padres and the Expos. Padres 634, and that is 2. Expos 10-11-0. The Padres get the win. Giants and the Mets. Can the Mets get 2 out of 3 tonight? Giants 1554, and that is 6. Mets 744, and that is 3. Nope. Only one win for my Mets tonight. Dodgers and the Phillies in a doubleheader. Game 1. Dodgers 1356, and that is 6. Phillies 714, that's 1. The Dodgers win the first one. Game number 2, Dodgers 1443, and that is 5. Phillies 1134, and that is 3. And the Dodgers will take both games. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be July 11th. We will be at the Big A, Anaheim Stadium, as the New York Yankees will take on the California Angels. Fritz Peterson will be going for the Yankees, and Rudy May will be going for the Halos. That should be a good matchup, I think. That will be Sunday morning between 11 and 11:30. So please join me for some Sunday morning baseball. The Yankees and the Halos, Peterson and May. Be there or be square. Doug Hunt, Brian Patterson, Ryan Sullivan, David Vega, Frank Rosenk, DJP, Phoenix Knight, and Jeremy Brooks. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you tomorrow morning. It's a nice win for the G-Men. They go north of the border, and they cover the Expos in Maple Leafs. It's a win for the G-Men today, 4-3. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.